Hello, I am Carrarium. I am also a Celeste speedrunner, and I will be running Benny%. That's not a typo. This is actually what it's called. And with me is frozenflygone, one of my good friends.
Hey, what's up? I'm still here. I also
You're
like
still
Celeste.
here.
Let's go.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Yes.
Yeah, so Benny% is a very fun category. Basically, due to a developer oversight when the game was made, you can unlock progress in the game by beating a B-side before you beat the chapter's A-side. And with that, you can technically beat the main story of the game without ever beating any of the canonical A-side chapters. So that's what we're going to do. So I think we can start when I press begin if we're ready.
Absolutely.
Frozen?
Yeah, you want me to count you in?
Let's do it.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Boom. So, unlike Fel, who is before me, I don't run on PC. I'm actually a console speedrunner and run on the Nintendo Switch. So that brings me a couple of interesting things. The main one being that I can't do a crouch dash, a demo dash, but with the magic of technology, I can actually claw grip a priority on my analog stick and D-pad to make Madeline lower her hitbox and get through some funny spots. So we're going to be doing that on occasion throughout the run.
Absolutely.
So we're going to start in City, and the main idea behind every single chapter is we're going to go in, we're going to collect the set, we're going to RTM, and we're going to head to the B-side. Mm-hmm. All right, so it's mostly going to be a lot of wall bounces and extended hypers. Ooh, that was almost dangerous. City is very, very easy. We're just going to go straight to the cassette. Nothing really that hidden. We're going to go through most of the chapter, but not really going to do too much with it. Mm-hmm. Boom, boom. Going to hyper across these traffic blocks that don't move until you land on them. There, I buffered a climb jump so fast that the block barely even fell.
There's so many cool strats in this chapter.
And the cassette's hidden behind here. So we're gonna go this way, up, over, oop, grab this, and boom.
Sweet.
All right, we RTM.
Before you head into 1B, I can't see your Discord stream anymore.
Oh, weird.
Just letting you know about... Now I can. Thank you.
No worries. I figured out what the issue was. I am very smart. I can think on my feet.
Yo, we're both very smart.
Right? So the B-sides are harder variants of the chapter's A-side. You can see that by seeing a lot more spikes than were in the previous level. But there's some fun strats that you can do in 1B. The first of which is, if I can get it. Oh, no. Okay, that's a shame. Instead of going over where that dash that dash refresh
there
is,
we go. Nice.
I can just pop off of a pixel and we're good.
You
and
almost didn't have
same here.
stamina to do that. That was scary.
Pixels are hard.
They are.
Hold on. Where's the pixel? There's the pixel.
There we go.
Found it. And you can just skip going underneath. It's a lot of time save if you're able to get both first try.
Oh yeah, it's huge.
But obviously, like, that's so much little safe ground that you can go through. Here, we don't have to go above to get this dash refresh. I can just go underneath. And in this checkpoint, I'm actually going to go under that block instead of over it. It's such a good strat. All right, in the next screen after this one, I'm going to be doing a midair super dash. In the middle of the air, I'm going to do something like yoop.
Whee!
And it refreshes my dash while I'm out on the moving block, which gives me the opportunity to skip one of the moving blocks that's after it. Oh, whoops, I didn't neutral fast enough. There we go. Gonna hyper across those blocks, get my dash back, because we need that last one to get out of here. And we're at the end of the level. Oh.
So yeah, at the end of all the B-sides, we have the cassette blocks like come back, and they're there for all the heart rooms. Nice.
Yes.
Well done.
Yes, they are. Thank you. It was a decent time.
Yeah.
All right, so chapter 2, Old Site, is actually a very short chapter. We're not going to see much of this chapter, if at all. The cassette is in the first checkpoint, and we're only going to be here for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it really just depends on where the cassette is placed in the level, how long we have to spend there. So, like 2A, super speedy. 3A, we're going to see basically all of Resort. It's really interesting.
We have a little cutscene skip here. Celeste saves your Y-axis, but not your X-axis in a cutscene. So by... Hold on. Just want to make sure I can hear the rhythm blocks correctly. Good.
Let's go.
By saving or by skipping cutscene at that exact moment, I respawn in the dream block. And it just saves the amount of time that it would take to dash into the dream block. But any little time save is enough time save.
Then we head into 2B. 2B is so satisfying because dream blocks are just the best mechanic ever. And here the bird
I agree.
tells you that you can jump out of dream blocks, which of course we as speedrunners know, but it is required in this level casually. It's really cool that they basically teach you speed tech along the way in a lot of the B-sides and even the C-sides.
Yeah, and even then, I'm not even following the bird's total advice because I'm doing double dream jumps.
Yeah.
If you buffer a second jump out of the dream block, then you can actually get even more speed and distance.
I can't believe the bird's tutorial is outdated and there's a better strat already. We should let them know.
Right? Oh, God. Okay. Battle in here has a smaller hitbox than us. It's about 4 by 4 pixels. So she's not that much of a danger, but you don't want to, like, recross paths so that she can get in your way. So, like, right here, I'm going to dash in a very particular order to get all the coins I can as fast as possible and get out.
Yeah, it's really fun. Like, these screens are purposely made for that. You have to go kind of backtrack and go in circles because, you know, it makes it spicy having to avoid battling.
Spicy. All right, and as we get to the end of the chapter, there's going to be a couple of rooms that are pretty fun, but the last room is hard.
The last room, these last couple of rooms are definitely a difficulty spike.
For sure.
You gotta really utilize the fact that when you come out of a dream block, you get your dash back.
Kick off of that block for safety. You can grab a dream block if you're holding grab and the opposite direction in which you dashed. Oh, that was very lucky.
Yeah, there we go. That room is evil, okay? Probably the hardest cassette, like, heart room. I hate it. Well done.
Yeah, if you wall bounce just early enough, you can get through that one cycle because both of those rhythm blocks are both blue. So you have no pink cycle to deal with. And I thought I had dashed too early. And if you basically miss that cycle, you have to wait a lot of other cycles, particularly if you actually activate the dash refresh. But I didn't, so yay. And that was a pretty clean 2B.
That was.
So now we're in Resort. And Resort, while you can view the cassette from early on, you can't actually get to it until the second to last checkpoint. So we're going to see a vast majority of the Resort. Oh, nice. I got my dash back there.
Goodbye, Belly. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
So yeah, this
Here
is probably
we're gonna
actually...
do-
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to mention the corner boost, but you can now continue.
I was gonna say, since, you know, we're gonna see through Resort, there's a lot of really cool strats and stuff, but we still got a bit to go before we see the B side. This is probably a good time for some donations.
Yes.
Excellent news! We have $25 from Elizabeth and Leah. We like GDQ, but we love Flame Fatales. Shoutouts to Carrarium and the best of luck on a run. Catgirl Madeline says trans rights.
It's true.
Aw, thank you.
We have $10 from Ilis. Good luck, Carrie. Always great to see such a cool kid doing the fasts on the internet.
What? No, you.
We have $100 from Jingo Rango. I love to watch carrarium play Celeste with
you
a
made me
cat
die.
smiley face. Listen, sometimes you just gotta be cute, okay?
You do.
Yeah.
True.
$25 from EDL666 saying, here's the money I was convinced to give by Charbunny. I'm putting it towards cheering Carrie and all the other upcoming fatales. Bidoof glory, chat. We all love Bidoof.
We
These are
do.
facts. It's true. $25. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay.
We're still going through.
Delightful. $25 from Jade Turtle. So excited for the Celeste block. Celeste is such a great game that has helped so many people, and the community around it is so great and cozy. Good luck to Carrie, Fel, and Frozen Flygone.
Thanks, Jade.
We have $5 from Zizu the Dark Witch. Hello, Flame Fatales. Celeste is a game close to my heart that helped me out of my lowest days. I hope my donation can help those in need through the Malala. Great job on the run, Fel. Best of luck, Carrie. And H. $15 from Ashley saying trans rights.
Thank you so much.
$100 from Ickle Chris. Huge shout outs to a good friend, Carrie Carrarium, and another amazing event for a great cause. Kick those B-side butts.
Oh, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Everyone's so lovely, my goodness.
Chris is a friend I met early on in the Celeste when I started being in the Celeste community, so he is a very good friend.
That is so lovely. We have $200 from Insomniac Toaster. Thanks to everyone who made this marathon possible. Good luck, Carrie.
Thanks, Toaster.
We have $5 from Captured Bird. I'll donate $1 more per death. Who's with me? Also, Carrie and Frozen are great entertainers. That is all. Thank you. Well, we hope that's not all, but thank you so much.
Appreciate it, everybody.
Just in time.
That's awesome.
Just in time. So yeah, there's a little bit of space at the top of that room. You can actually see the cassette from the first checkpoint there, but I had to go all the way around to get it. Banger alert!
Yo, I love this track.
Boom.
This track's so good.
So this is 3B. It's a short level, but it's a hard level, very cycle-based. And as you saw there, I did a massive corner boost to save 2 seconds and get through that room as fast as I possibly could. And it is based, those 2 seconds are if you get that corner boost. There's another instance of me just kicking off whatever pixels I can. This is a weird cycle. I don't like that. Okay, I'm actually just gonna reset the room there.
Yeah, because when you die in a room with these dust bunnies, they'll keep going, and so the entry cycle is different than the death cycle. So honestly, it's a lot of times much better to just leave the room and come back, because that's the cycle that you're most typically familiar with.
There's like no good death cycle in that room, though. I'm pretty convinced of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of the rooms you can come back to and get the live cycle. Not all of them, though. Some rooms will disappear behind you. I love that room. So speedy. We're gonna do a nice little climb and whee!
Love that room. That room's really cool.
It's so good. These rooms are I think these are the rooms that people think of when they think of like how hard the cycles are in Resort.
Yes.
These like up and down dust up bunnies going up and down the wall. Here I'm gonna try to, nope, dang. 3B, you are mean to me today.
Come on, dust bunnies. Can we play nice, please? There we go.
So I got a little corner kick there to get me away from those bunnies.
Ooh.
That was really close. That was a haircut.
Yeah.
God.
Just so many of these rooms are really cool once you learn them in the speedrun. You know, it's like really tough casually, but Resort is one of those levels, both the A side and the B side, that just the more you play it, it's like, wow, this is fun to run.
Bonk.
We just go over that. There's no ceiling there. Who
Yeah,
needs
there's
ceilings?
There's also not any dust bunnies there, so I can just chill.
Yup.
But if you hit Oshiro on the head and go over, it actually saves a second over going under, like the intended way that it looks, that like it's influencing you towards. So just small time save that adds up over time. All right, get this dash refresh. Oshiro should not be where I want him to be. I'm gonna try a very silly thing. Oh my god!
Nice!
Oh my
That was
god!
illegal, I'm pretty sure. I don't
That
think
is
that's allowed. I'm gonna need to revoke
That-
your Celeste license immediately.
Ma'am, you're going too fast.
Ma'am? Wee woo, wee woo.
That is a frame perfect crouch dash, like at the best of times. If you get it, it saves 2 seconds over going by the next fastest cycle that I do. If I had not gotten that, I would have just done the other cycle. But woo boy. So I guess when I was talking about priority, oh, hello. No bubbles today.
Wee! Too fast, sorry.
Yeah, that's karma. I play on the Switch, so I have a Pro controller, and if I hold down the analog stick with my ring finger and press left or right with my thumb, it binds a crouch dash for Madeline. Whatever dash she does will be in a crouch state. So I do that whenever I have to do a funny demo. This might not work, so
Yeah.
shame. Oh, okay.
This cassette room is one of the hardest for me. It's tricky.
It's
as
my
heck.
fault. I learned a new cycle literally yesterday for that, which saves like 2.5 seconds, and it's really good, but you really need to stretch your hyper dashes,
Sure.
which is like really, really hard to do if you're like having to use coyote frames. Speaking of funny demos, there's one right here.
I love this demo so much.
It's so good. So right there, I went between a platform and a spinner, and doing that saves waiting for the platforms to get close to you and actually saves 5 seconds in that room.
Yep. We don't need to go up
It's
there.
a
We can
ridiculous
just go
amount of
down there.
time. Yeah.
Easy peasy. No problem.
And now it's just a lot of Auto Scroller City.
It really is. This level's so fun. It just in the music here. I mean, can we talk about the 4B track? Any doot lovers in chat? Because I know I am.
love the dude. I am a dude
I'm a
duder.
doot gal.
You can go under
Me
that crumble
too.
block. Fun fact. So this is the first instances where you're really going to see me abuse crumble blocks. If I jump on top of those little crumbly platforms and then immediately jump off, they disappear instantly. So in any instances where I have to go like underneath them or otherwise, that is beneficial. If I grab them by the side, they take longer to go away.
Yes.
Fun cycle there. That wall bounce hurts me some days.
Yeah, there are some just like really amazing ways
Oh.
to, get through here. Like we don't need that bubble. Like there's
Nope.
just so many great strats.
All right, there's some funny strats in here as well. So if I get on the left side here and extended super,
Yeah,
I can
there we
actually
go.
skip that last platform. And if I can get all the way here
Woo, nice.
and hold down, I actually go underneath that spinner. And if I just chill over here, I have a dash and I can just get to the end of that room.
No big deal.
I love 4B so much.
I love 4B. It's such a great level. It really is.
Oh no! So I'm really glad I didn't say anything because I looked at the time when I entered that room and I was on pace.
You
for
can't
an
speak
IL.
the word pace. The universe will hear you.
Yeah, I'm really glad I didn't say anything because I was like,
You apparently can't think it either.
Yeah,
no,
no.
I can't. All right, we're in the last checkpoint. Oh, that was interesting. Try to get an ultra off that cloud, so I have a dash when I get to the wall, but it didn't want to give me one. Or I didn't get enough distance, so. All right, coming up is a skip where you don't get any of the key coins, and it saves about 7 seconds
it's
or more. It's huge if I get it the first
Also,
try.
the coins are annoying. So we save time and we save frustration. But you got to pop off that, activate the wind, and then climb that. That was beautiful. Great job. Great job.
All right, hyper. And then we get here and beat that block from showing up.
I was like, Maddie, don't go to the ground. No. The one rule of heart rooms is don't dash down.
Don't dash down, because you can die if you get to the bottom of the ground, you will die.
Yeah.
No, what happens is because the wind is pushing you left, if you dash at that point, the block shows up, so it slows your fall from really reaching the kill plane at the bottom.
Yeah.
So, but that's only if you get that cycle. Oh, this is not my strat in this room. What year is this? This is what I get for having to describe things. So these next two, oh, hello. We're playing ARB now, apparently.
Oh
Category
my God. Change mid-run?
Mid-run.
I mean, Temple ARB is one of the best segments of the entire game, so I can't blame you.
Right? But no, so chapter 5 and 6 are very similar to your standard top level any percent run. We go to the B-side and for 5B and 6B because they're optimally faster in the any percent route anyway. This strat is important to me physically, but it did not happen.
Got part of it.
That's a good backup. If you hyper just as you get into that screen transition, you can kind of get far enough to get in that little alcove, and it's faster than like having to call the swap block over to you.
And you see Carrie dashing down there because in rooms with tapes, with those colored blocks, you actually save frames every single time you dash. So it's worthwhile to sit there and dash because it freezes just in those rooms.
That's going to be important in 7B. All right, so 5B. We have Bub's Drop to deal with.
Yes.
Frozen, if you would like to explain Bub's Drop so I can focus on it.
I would love to explain Bub's Drop so you can focus. So basically, so the game, when you enter and leave rooms, it has certain spawn points. And there are a few places the devs didn't really think that you would be respawning back into, so they didn't set a spawn point there. And one of those is in this section. So if you come back down by jumping off the wall at the right time and releasing jump, you will teleport to the right side. And that allows us to skip a really big part of this run. And that's why 5B is actually used in the any percent category as well. And you got it first try. Well done.
Thank you. I was petrified.
That was awesome.
It's a 2-frame window.
Yeah, it's like very precise. Luckily, like on the new patch, which Carrie doesn't have the new patch because console, you can actually use pause buffer strats to make it easier, which is really nice.
It is. I've gotten, I don't want to say it's a visual cue, but just as the transition is starting to slow down, is what I'm good. I'm so good. What was I saying?
I don't remember.
When I check to see if the transition starts to slow down as like my visual cue for when to jump off the wall. But also having almost 3,000 hours in this game, you kind of do develop a muscle memory to it.
Yeah. So since 5B is typically seen in any percent, these rooms, Carrie's extremely comfortable with. They're in the vast majority of categories, and this this might be a good time for a handful more donations.
I agree.
Oh, I'm ready. Born ready for this. So we have, let's see, $100 from Johnny Viral. Every runner so far has been amazing, and I can't wait to watch more. Awesome start to the marathon. Trans rights. We have $5 from Bad Catholic 1992. Good luck, runners. Those Celeste Pearlers look so cute. They look really fabulous.
I bounced off a seeker when I absolutely should not have, and it petrified me. Continue.
No. We have $100 from Fast B. Love this event. Especially happy to see Celeste run by some super talented runners. Good luck to everyone. We have $100 from Plato 2876. Rocking Celeste run so far and looking forward to all the rest of the event. And $25 from Alex. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
That was awesome. Good backup in that heart room. That was scary.
You noticed that too, right?
I was like, oh no. Great backup.
So I was a little early. I was very early in the cycle, so I bonked against the blue rhythm block, but using my brain, I was able to neutral off of the pink rhythm blocks and maintain the cycle and not die. All right, so we're on to 6A and 6B. 6B is a bit harder of a B-side to implement in any percent. Obviously, it's required in any percent. But the level is much harder because the rooms are longer and the deaths are more brutal. Nice lake skip. There's a couple of pixels that you have to wall bounce off of, and it skips hitting the crush block, these little crush blocks, on the right side of the lake. Shout out to Kevin.
True. And we've got everyone's favorite mechanic, feathers. So Carrie plays on analog, so you can kind of see nice and smooth movement because she's using the analog stick. It's a choice between playing on controller or keyboard, and so keyboard you can only, use the 4 directions. So you'll see, like, if you watch different speedrunners, you'll see that feather movement is a bit different depending on what the runner's using.
I went for Revo's nonsense, but I just dashed a little too early.
Yeah.
So I ended up just not being able to get any speed into that room, but it's okay. There's always backups.
Yeah.
All right, so now you'll get to see why 6B is so hard. 6B start, just from the get-go, you have this Kevin that you have to take all the way through this room, hit it multiple times, and just these really tight windows with feather movement.
This chapter is
Also,
terrifying.
we get to see bumpers. We get to see bumpers. We all love bumpers.
Yo. We do.
We do. So 6B is actually very strat dense, but as we said earlier, the strats are really hard.
Yes.
Also, a thing you have to watch out for is bumpers can be really nice because they give you a boost if you're pointing in the opposite direction of them, like when you hit them like that. But if you're not expecting that, that can cause a lot of big whoopsies. Oh no! Okay, my dash state ran
Maddie,
out right before I got to that Kevin. That's okay, that was early in the room. If you die at the end of this room, it's like a 20-second time loss, but if you die early, it's like at least tolerable.
Yeah, this room's really cool because you have to kind of juggle between using both of these Kevins to get through it. This is one of the hardest rooms for me, Cash.
No! Oh,
Carrie, no!
Oh.
You had a dash.
What
That's so
happened?
weird.
What happened?
You spoke it out
Madeline,
loud.
what did you do?
Said, if you die at the end of this room, you will lose about 20 seconds. And the universe said, yeah, let's show everyone.
You're right. You're right. I did say that.
I
It
think
is
it was
my
a great
fault,
demonstration,
actually.
honestly.
It's a great demonstration, and also
now
I'm getting
you've
out of
learned.
this room.
This was an educational moment for us all.
And also tragic.
So tragic. So I'm going to continue to be aggressive anyway. And there are a bunch of these dash refreshes. Oh, why'd I do a diagonal there? I do not do a diagonal there. Every diagonal that I do here saves a quarter of a second over going horizontally. So very aggressive, but super worth the time save. God, if only I hadn't jinxed it earlier.
It wouldn't be a marathon
yeah,
run
this
if not
falling-
for some sillies.
Right. So this falling section, this falling section, kind of hard. Not a lot of opportunity for safe ground. It's full of spinners, and Matt Battlin's hair is at the bottom. Here I'm gonna get 2 corner boosts, boop, boop. And then wave dash that usually gets me right in the middle of that room. And I can just fast fall the rest of the way, give or take. More diagonals. All right, in the next room, I'm gonna try another 2-frame demo. We will see if it works.
I am pausing. Yes! There we
All right,
go.
I gotta. Do not die. Okay, cool.
Yes. Well done.
Whew. petrifying.
Yeah,
because
that
the thing
one's
is,
scary.
because I do it on console and because I'm claw gripping my analog stick, I actually could hypothetically fall at a faster speed and miss the frame.
Right.
So I always have to be very careful about how long I'm claw gripping. Whew. Love to get those in marathons. All right, let's do some feather skips if we can.
Yeah, that's a great strat.
Boom, boom, kick,
Ooh,
dash.
nice.
Got it.
That was
Clean.
really close. Well done.
You could also skip going around.
Yeah.
If oh gosh,
Coin, come on.
I do that all the time.
Can we just have a slightly larger hitbox this time, please? Come on.
Yeah, please. I am asking very nicely.
I am once again asking for your hitbox.
Oh, get out of this room.
Batty almost sniped you there.
She really did. Listen. I just want to hug her. That's all it is. She just needs a good hug.
Exactly.
All right, there's a dash refresh up there, but we don't really need it. You just reverse hyper and get to the other side of the crush block. Also, 1, 2, 3, boom.
Yeah, that strat's funny.
3. It's really funny. This one can also be kind of funny.
I love this one. Yes.
That block ultra is so good. I'm gonna skip one bumper at the bottom there. I'm also gonna try to skip. Nope. Dang. So this is called Reprieve as a checkpoint.
Reprieve
and
moment.
the Celeste community, the Celeste community will typically call things like these Reprieve moments because whenever you're on pace, Reprieve will hurt. Because it's so full of very difficult strats like that key coin skip. Got it. I was in control the whole time.
I
and
was
you
not a
cannot-
doubter. Not for one frame. Get it? It's a speed run. Get it? Yeah. Okay.
I get it. I get it.
This room's so scary.
I am going to get sniped. I am
No,
not
you're
getting
good. You're
sniped.
good.
Okay.
That was great.
All right, so I'm gonna not go for a really silly cycle, but no, save it. I went for a demo, but because my finger hit the top button on my D-pad, it didn't want to do a crouch dash. So that was petrifying.
Yeah.
All right, and now we're in the last chapter.
Wow.
We've seen almost none of the story, and we're almost done.
We flew through this run. I can't believe we're already at Summit.
Right? So Summit, we get to see, how many do we see? I think we see like 3 1/4, like 3 1/4 sections of it, because the cassette is hidden in the resort section of the Summit. Quite early too,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna get this berry because it's not faster to get that berry.
But it's
However,
a friend.
it's a friend, and also the wall bounce strat that's underneath it. For whatever reason, I always die on it, so I've just decided, you know what? Get the flex berry. So every little section in Celeste or in Summit is a little love letter to the chapters that were before it. So we're back in City, just a little different section of City. That's problematic. Oh.
Can I read it? Oh,
Not
Yeah,
getting
no,
a,
go ahead.
Not having a dash there is always scary.
You're good. You can do some donations. Absolutely.
fabulous. We have $15 from Cactus. I love seeing my favorite game being run by such talented people. GG's to Fel for Quickie Mountain 2, and good luck to Carrie for Benny percent. And we have $120 from Katelib C saying, "Hey Carrie, it's Carrie. You're rad, and you played this game so rad."
You're rad. Hi, Carrie.
Wow, so many rad people.
Right?
We have $100 from Dr. Goldfire. This Celeste run has turned my brain to jelly. I am not equipped to handle awesome of this magnitude. Frame Fatales is always such a great marathon, and y'all are knocking it out of the park again. Also, trans rights.
So,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So in this particular section, I'm doing what's called dream hypers. Another thing that we didn't talk about with dream blocks is that for a couple of frames after you leave these dream blocks, the game thinks that you're on safe ground. So you can actually implement a hyper dash, like these little skips that I'm doing right out of the block that don't look like they make any sense. But because I'm on console, I'm just holding down right and inputting the dash, the jump and dash at the same time. If I mess that up, I do a down right dash, which is how I died in the first room.
Yep, and you'll just plummet to the ground. It's very tragic. The dream hypers are really fun.
Oh, I went for a flex demo and I didn't get it, so I'm just not going to mess around anymore. I got the demo, I just couldn't get the rest of the room. Oh, I got whacked right in the face.
That was just rude.
Cycle moment.
Oh, I love this. Thank you for giving me the good
Well
tape
done.
cycle, though. That tape cycle saves a lot of time if you get that. All right, we're out. We're done.
Yes!
And we move to my favorite chapter, 7B. Which is a more difficult version of 7A. Still goes from 0 meters to 3,000 meters, and each spot is about 4 rooms long, but they're just more difficult variations.
I love 7B. I think it's my favorite B-side, just because how it mirrors the base level is so brilliant, and it's just a perfect amount of difficulty.
So there's a couple of, you just saw me hit a spring twice, and I promise that was on purpose, but actually I'll describe it now. If you hit a spring a second time, the first time it bumps you up in the air. So the second time I hit the spring, I'm higher up in the air. So once I bounce off of it that second time, I can get through that little section with 2 straight right dashes. Instead of doing like an upright and a right dash. Will I make that? I will. There's another section here in 500 meters where you'll see me do something like that as well. And it's even wilder than that. Right? Boop. Thank God there's a checkpoint after that. I don't know why the developers decided to put a checkpoint in that room specifically, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's really nice. Get our dash back there, real slick-like. And climb. Nice.
Not even blinking red. Save all the stamina that I got. All right, so here we have our dream blocks again, which I'm gonna, oh, okay, that's not the direction that I hit, but you go off, Pro Controller. All right, so here I'm gonna do a dream hyper to get through there. And this is a fun screen if I get it. Okay. There we go. If you get an upright out of that particular dream block, you can just skip the entire right side of that room. Oopsie. Okay, that hurt.
Come on, spikies. Be nice. So yeah, you can go through spikes that you're going in the same direction. That's how, you know, this whole entire screen works. But you can't go back the other way, and that's sometimes what happens if you accidentally clip the corner of the spikes there.
Oh, I saw that coming from a mile away. I was just in the right position to get absolutely owned by a dream block. I've actually gotten corner corrected out of that before.
Oh gosh, yeah. Sometimes it's
Which,
clutch.
well, no, if you get corner corrected out of it, it's good.
It's clutch.
But that time I did not. All right, let's see if I can get a good cycle in 1,500 meters. This is my favorite section in 7B.
It's so
Which might be a
fun.
hot take.
The remixes of the rooms in the A side are just so cool, and learning the speed cycles to this section is so fun.
Oh, that was close. And then this last room, which was such a pain to me casually.
Sometimes it still is a pain, yeah. I kind of just like hope for the best. I don't have like a specific, I'm gonna dash here. I kind of just feel it out.
I honestly, I feel it out. It's a rhythm
Yeah.
thing for me at this point. All right, here I'm gonna buffer a hyper right before I get that cloud. Because the game gives you basically 5 frames of leniency before an action is done, by buffering a hyper, I was able to hyper off that cloud on the first possible frame. And that kept the cloud from basically not moving, which would have just killed me. All right, and we're in the last room here of 2,000 meters. You can actually wall bounce off of that section. The intended strat is to kick off of them, but I like to live dangerously. You might have realized that at this point.
Not playing things safe.
Nah. Whee! I love the first room of 2,500. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's so good. Getting the momentum off these dash blocks is always so satisfying.
And here you see that these bubbles may have moved faster than you remember in your casual playthrough. If you press dash, basically, if you press dash basically after you enter a bubble, you basically cause the bubble to start moving earlier. Whee!
Can I pop in with a quick donation?
You may.
We have $25 from Elorin. Been waiting all week to say this. Carrie, no demo dashes on console. Carrarium is an amazing person and speedrunner with an equally amazing community, and I'm proud to donate during her run. We love you, Carrie.
I love you too. All right, so we are in 3,000 meters. We're in the final section. There are 20 flags. At a high level, you can actually kind of beat the section as fast as you can beat the 30 flags that are in 7A. But, you know, you would have to play the rest of 7B. And what's happening here? Spring moment. Okay. We're good. Intended. All right. What? Why? All right, so flag 13 is going to teach you a little bit about coyote frames. You actually can implement certain actions when you're off the ground for a brief amount of time. So there you're actually on the cloud for just a little bit longer than you think that you would need to be. So it gets you away from all of those little spiky dews. All right, so we are going to go full grabless on this section, because it saves a lot of time over grabbing each individual section.
There we go, nice. Obviously a lot less safe because you can't position yourself as well, but it saves a good amount of time. And we don't need that cloud. We're just gonna move past it.
All right, now a little stamina management. I'm gonna skip that particular block on the side.
That strat's great.
It's great. And now we have a couple of just 8 more flags. 7 more flags. 6 more flags.
1, 2, 3, bam, bam, bam.
Here I'm going to skip that spring underneath because you can actually reach that dash refresh without it. And here comes a demo that's honestly just easier than the intended strat.
Oh, it really is. That demo's extremely lenient.
Oh, I just missed it.
God, please.
So you can... It's... I'll just go intended route there. Hold on, because this section's actually really long, so I should probably focus. There's also a wall bounce here that can own me, and it didn't. All right,
nice.
Cool. Yeah, I was able to find a strat that you can basically just be on that cloud for a little bit of time to refresh your dash. Save 0.8 over what I used to do, but, you know, what can you do?
Yep.
All right, final room.
All right, here we go. Again, dashing to save time here where you can. This room is terrifying, honestly. But
and
easy peasy. Well done. And time. Yay! Well done.
And that,
Hey, congrats.
Thank you. And that's Benny%. We have beaten the game, and I'll prove that to you by unlocking the epilogue. So the main story is done. This is any%, but with the B-sides.
Yeah.
It's a really fun extended category on the Celeste leaderboards. I find it's a really good category to get into B-sides in a fun way before you start to really grind ILs. And it's one of the first category extensions that I really like clung on to. I'm usually a main category gal, but this was one that I really liked. And yeah, that is Benny percent. Guess we should see, for the sake of the people that were donating per death, what the death count is.
Yes, we'll get the death count, and then any last shout outs? That's really few amount of deaths. Good job.
One per death. Let's go.
Nice.
Yeah, actually, I want to say that it really feels full circle that I come after Fel the Curl on Flame Fatales, because Fel was one of the first people, top level runners in the Celeste community, to really welcome me into the community, bringing a lot of other people to my channel and getting the focus on me. So I really would not be in the position that I would be now if Fel did not have that loving quality that she has, and that welcoming aspect to a lot of new runners. So I really feel honored to have gone immediately after her. Shout outs to many others. I think Amber loves Archie, TrueGen, a lot of other female speedrunners in the Celeste community. Frozenflygone, of course, for being my best friend, partner in crime, and my biggest motivator. And thanks to Frame Fatales for having me showcase Celeste again. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, you're all amazing. Shout outs to everybody. I feel honored.
And of course, shout outs to you. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you to everyone for just being here. It's been an amazing first day. I'm super grateful.
Thank you so much for that, both of you. Just going to squeeze in a quick donation here. We have $25 from Mina saying, "Fabulous run for a fabulous cause. Go Carrarium, go!" So that's it from me as well. Thank you so much for having me. Next up, we'll be having a break, and then we'll be moving on to our last game of the night. That will be Legend of Mana with the RPG check. So thank you for coming out, and definitely stick around for that run. It's going to be fabulous. Good night, everybody.
हमारे गांव में इंटर कॉलेज नहीं है, इसकी वजह से लड़के स्कूल नहीं जा पाती हैं, और हम चाहते हैं कि हमारे गांव में इंटर कॉलेज हो ताकि सभी लड़कियां पढ़ सकती हैं।
This is a video series in which girls from countries around the world are sharing their stories and telling what matters to them.
Hi everyone.
أنا اسمي हदीर. Hi friend, मेरा नाम आकांक्षा है.
This is Roll Call.
चला
Hopping in to say goodbye.
Hi friend, मेरा नाम आकांक्षा है. मैं उत्तर प्रदेश भारत में रहती हूँ. मैं इस साल हाई स्कूल में पढ़ूंगी. मेरे पापा किसानी करते हैं, मेरी मम्मी भी उनके साथ में किसानी करती हैं. आइए मैं अपना घर दिखाती हूँ. ये हमारी बकरियां, ये हमारी माता जी है. यहाँ पर हम खाना बनाते हैं, यहाँ पर स्नान करते हैं, और यहाँ पर हम लेटते हैं, यहाँ पर हम पढ़ते हैं. ये मेरे मम्मी पापा हैं, मजदूरी करते हैं, ये मुझे स्कूल भेजते हैं.
हमारी 2 बच्चियां बाहर पढ़ती हैं, आकांक्षा और ज्योति, और तीसरी बेटी जो छोटी है वो प्राइमरी स्कूल में पढ़ती है.
हमारा स्कूल यहाँ से 10 या 12 किलोमीटर की दूरी पर है. इस वजह से हमें अकेले स्कूल जाना पड़ता है. मेरे जैसे कई लड़कियाँ हैं जो स्कूल नहीं जा पाती हैं. अगर हमारे गांव में स्कूल होता तो सारी लड़कियाँ स्कूल जा सकती हैं. रहीम का पूरा नाम अब्दुल रहीम खान खाना था. इनका जन्म सन 1856. मुझे खाने में सेब, अनार और बंदे की सब्जी पसंद है. मैं स्कूल जाती हूँ तो अपने सहेलियों के साथ में खेलती हूँ. मुझे खेलना बहुत पसंद है, जिसमें कि खो खो, कबड्डी मुझे कुछ ज़्यादा ही पसंद है खेलने में. जिस दिन हमारे मम्मी पापा के पास पैसे नहीं होते उस दिन हम स्कूल नहीं जाते हैं. घर का सारा काम करते हैं. बर्तन धुलते हैं, पानी भरते हैं, खाना बनाते हैं। हाय फ्रेंड, मैं अपनी बड़ी बहन ज्योति से आपको मिलवाती हूँ। तुम कितने में पढ़ती हो?
12 में।
तुम्हें क्या पसंद है?
पढ़ना लिखना और खेल कूद करना, घूमना, सेल्फी लेना, खाना बनाना, खाना खाना।
तुम्हारा नाम क्या है?
अशिकता।
कितने में पढ़ती हो तुम?
4।
तुमने क्या पढ़ा है आज?
हिंदी।
हिंदी पढ़ा? उसमें क्या पढ़ा है तुमने?
एक कविता।
मैं गर्ल्स एडवोकेट हूँ, इसलिए मैं घर घर जाकर उनके माता पिता और उनकी लड़कियों से अपील करती हूँ कि स्कूल रोज जाना चाहिए। शिक्षा बहुत जरूरी है।
हम अपने बच्चों को पढ़ाने में इच्छुक हैं और इनको चाहते हैं कि शिक्षा में आगे रहें, हर काम करें और अपनी समस्याएं हल करने की कोशिश करें।
अगर मुझ में शिक्षा होगी तो मैं दूसरे लोगों को भी प्रेरित कर पाऊंगी, इसलिए हमें एक उदाहरण देना है कि लड़कियों को भी पढ़ाएं।
I hope that these stories would have inspired you and that you would share it with your friends as well. And please do not forget to subscribe to our channel.
Hi, this is Sariana. I'm going to be taking over for Netara for this lovely run of Legend of Mana by RPG Chick. Just going to read a couple of donations real quick while we're getting everything set up. I've got $38 from Captured Bird, who says, as promised, $1 per death. Carrie's always so great during marathons and an all-around wonderful person. Thanks for everything. Less than 3, hashtag Bowie. We have $5 from the Ice Burner, who says, good luck on the run, RPGC. Let's save the kitty. We have $25 from Luna Manor, who says, I didn't even know you could save Dana. I've got to see this. And just to let y'all know, we are a little over halfway to the Save Dana incentive. Let me refresh so I can give you some real numbers here. We are $953 out of $1,500. So please make sure to get those donations in if you want to make sure that Dana gets saved. And then we've also got a couple of bid wars that are coming to their close just about now. You can donate for the character to be your man or woman. And we also have a bid war for the name of the main character. And right now, by a very thin margin, Bidoof is winning over Charbunny. So if you're a big Charbunny fan, you might want to get your donations in quickly so we can beat out that beaver. We have $25 from Hobbs Given, first-time donation, and had to donate to Malala Fund. Its work will be needed even more now. Here's hoping for a record-breaking placement call. Thank you so much for your donation. Have a $100 donation from AfroFundo254, who says, so hyped for Legend of Mana. Got it to the runners, announcers, and techies for keeping me entertained. Incentive for Legend of Mana name, Asuna-chan. Thank you so much for that donation. Just to remind y'all, Flame Fatales and other hotfix events and shows are brought to you by viewers like you. Events help keep this channel running for these events. And just like that, we are ready to get started. So here's some Legend of Mana.